Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie. I've had a lot of questions about how I design things in Design Space, and would I show you how I go about, bringing a file in and working with it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today for this video. I will actually be sharing with you how I design a card. I'm going to be doing this for a few of the different designers I work with because their files are all a little bit different. The one I'm working with today, though, is, I believe it's called Fall Gnome. It's from Cuddly Cute Designs. So I'm going to go over to my files where I have everything stored. And I apologize, this is going to take just a bit, so bear with me here. Things stored a little bit differently here. Just want to bring up another window and I'll explain what I'm doing in just a moment here. Okay, so first of all, I have my files, my file where my files are stored. So I'm going to go into my Cuddly Cute Designs. And so it is the Fall Gnome I'm working with. What I want to show you on this, when I get in there, one more time here. Okay, so you have different files here. If you double click on the word gnome or the landscape, either one, you're going to see the files that come in. If you're working with just a single part of it, you just want to cut each individual thing and bring it in separate. For the newer Cuddly Cute Designs, there are two ways to do it. You can bring in each element, which is what this would be. You use the Microsoft Edge file. I'm going to go back a couple times here. Just once I had to go back. And then if you click on landscape, you're going to see that you have the landscape part of it, which would be the fence and the sunflowers, and I can't remember what else was. But I don't know when Tammy started this, but what I have started using is, you see the Microsoft Edge icon there, and you see Fall Gnome Assembled. That's the file I use. Okay, I don't use the other two anymore. In this case, it might be easier because I'm going to just do a card with just the gnome, but just to give you an idea that you can do it either way. So I make this more difficult for myself because I like to keep things my own file, but then I also like to import them into a Design Space so I have both files saved. So what I do is I copy whichever of the files that I'm going to be using, and I have a separate folder that I use just for cut files that I put them in there, and then I import them into a Design Space so I can get rid of these two windows. So now I'm going to click, I'm logged into Design Space. I am going to click on New Project. And again, I apologize, it just takes a bit. I don't know if you've ever worked in a business where you had your computer screen monitored. It does take extra time. That's how we always knew we were being monitored at the previous place I worked, because it just took forever and you couldn't move your mouse around. It wouldn't move, and that was crazy. Anyway, back to the business here. You're going to want to click on Upload at this point. You want to click on Upload Image. Click on Browse. When you click on Browse, it should bring you up possibly to wherever your file is that you're going to use to cut or to import. So here is mine. It automatically brings it up from my cut folder. I just double click on mine with my left mouse. I don't know left and right very well, guys. I'm really sorry. Okay, and then I rename mine, and you do not have to do it as much as I do. The more I have in there, the more it helps me locate it further in the future. So, gotta put this in there, I apologize. And I just put everything that's possibly in that photo in case I will, if I, in the future, search for like the word pumpkin or sunflower, gnome, whatever, it'll bring it up. So that's kind of why I'm doing it here. Let's see. Let's see. I think we're good on this. Okay, then we're going to click on upload because we've got it. And again, the tags is optional. You don't have to put all that in there. It's just the way I do it. As my niece would say, I make everything difficult. Okay, so there's your file. You're going to click upload, add to canvas. And sometimes if it's a little bit bigger file, it'll take a little bit to import it, but it'll come. Okay, I'm going to make my screen a little bit smaller here so you can see what's going on. So that's the finished project. If you were going to cut it, you could just go to make it and it would cut it out the full size. It's going to be very large because as you see up here, the width of it, and it's deceiving because it's only half of the percentage. It's 11.568 by 11.54. So I'll resize it in a moment, but what I want to do is click on this and click on ungroup. Okay. And all I want to cut is this gnome. I don't want anything else. Let's see if it's, yeah, I thought it would be grouped. Okay. Sometimes parts of it are, some of it's not. So again, that's all I'm going to cut. And let me see, what else is grouped here? I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of that. I'm going to put him back. I'm not sure exactly what I want to cut here, so no, I just want my gnome. I'm just going to draw a box around this, just get rid of it. Again, it's going to be different for the different designers, and just showing you how I do it for Cuddly Cute Designs with the assembled files. So, got the gnome here. Again, it shows he's 189 inches tall. Well, what I do before I resize him is I bring in my card size. I get a shape for the front of what would be my card. And this is how I do my scrapbook layouts and everything. I probably make it difficult, but it's just the way I've learned. It's what works for me. And I get a better visual. So I'm going to make a 4.5 wide by 6 wide, hitting the wrong key, 6.25 inches high is my card. Looks kind of small, but again, keep in mind it's 50% screen size here. I want to change this card base to white so I can work with it easier. And I also want to send it to the back, okay? So we're good on that. And now I can see when I start resizing, how big I want that. So I can put it behind. So I'm going to get this bigger again, so you guys can see better. Now again, white rectangle is my card base. So I'm going to put this on here. And this is how then I can tell what size I want it. And I'll even go so far as to, align it so I kind of know where he's sitting, how it looks. So that's where the card base, that's how you'd be on the card. Before I go in and cut this, I just get rid of this. I don't know if this is still the case. It used to be if you cut a file that was assembled, such as this is, or grouped, excuse me, it didn't always cut all the sizes properly. Now that's been several updates like years ago, so I don't know if that's still the case. I just go in and ungroup everything, just old school, that's how it works. That's what I've always done. I don't know if it makes a difference really, but it works best for me. So from here, I do want to go ahead and save this, and just disregard my available collection stuff. I just did that when Cricut made all those changes with going to charge and everything, and I just never went and changed anything. So I'm just saving it here. And then from here, I'm not going to cut this right now, but just to give you an idea, I would click over here on Make It, and then I would cut my pieces out. Now, the next video I will share with you how I